Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready. Rock on switch. Rock. Unlock line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's the option going right. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 36-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately Charles will have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's one of his game partner. Will his offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chuck Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Hurts Hurts throws complete to Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's second and a yard. Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. On second and goal, here's the option. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit. It's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards remain for second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
These guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 82 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Sanders again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Eagles use the short field to get in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have
That's
a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Tucker with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle them inbounds. Okay.
All right, Cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them. Again, that's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed